Let me help you today.
Hi, I'm actually trying to find out where your locations are. It's for an ultrasound.
Okay, allow me just a moment.
Okay, thank you.
Facility that we have, we don't schedule ultrasound, but can I have your details?
The first name is Addie, A-D-D-I-E.
Help you.
No, that's all. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It is Friday. Woohoo! Happy Friday. It doesn't really matter because I don't have any plans or anything. So yeah, but it is Friday. So happy weekend for those of you that like have to work or enjoy your weekends and stuff like that. Getting ready to make some lunch right now because I haven't eaten anything like literally all day. So I had a doctor's appointment today and I left something on Instagram, which speaking of which, honestly, like I never even went back into the update, so I'm gonna have to go and do that. I started a new birth control and yeah, TMI, you know, but it is what it is. I got one of those IUDs and I feel like the worst thing that I could have done was go and read stuff on the internet before anybody says anything. I am not the type of person that reads like one bad thing and then I'm like, oh my goodness, or even a couple of bad things. I don't take the first thing that I see off the internet for just what it is. You know, I'm pretty intuitive and pretty good about being able to like just cross-check different things that I find, and you know, I'm pretty good at research, I think. But you guys, I have been seeing some stuff on the internet about this birth control and I feel kind of like I got duped by the doctor, or like I can't say that I got tricked into getting the birth control, okay? I typically usually would use like a NuvaRing. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the NuvaRing, but that is like my birth control of choice. I've used the NuvaRing for years. It's effective, it works good. But this last time that I went to the doctor to go renew, like it was just a different person and they were asking some questions and they were just like, you know, I was talking about my migraines, and one of the things that was said in refilling my birth control prescription was that if you get migraines with aura, that NuvaRing isn't a really good birth control option and that it increases your risk of all of this stuff, especially because of the migraines. Skirt! My first thought about this was I've used NuvaRing literally for a very long time, and I'm like a little confused as to how this is the first time anybody has ever said this or brought it up or said that they weren't going to give me the prescription, right? And so I was a little bit irritated, and then I'm explaining to the doctor all of these different things and different reasons why like I have to have that NuvaRing because, you know, pills are hard to remember to take every single day, and you know, I don't even know if they still make that little patch thingy, and all I know, I've never had Depo, but all I know is that the way that girls in high school used to talk about that Depo, or like when I was in my 20s and that Depo shot like made everybody get fat, I'm not going there. Like I'm working on just getting healthy, and you know, I did have a weight loss goal that I've been working towards, and I've always really struggled with acne, and that's like a whole nother video, but I've always struggled with acne, and so certain birth controls I know have the tendency to like you up, and then there's other birth controls that are, you know, that kind of help keep something like that at a bay. And so for me, I'm like, I don't want to get huge and I don't want to have a face full of zits at 33 years old. Like I'm over the acne situation. I'm asking the doctor about this Mirena and about, you know, the Mirena and acne, and if it's one of, you know, and about the Mirena and weight gain. And then just in general, different stuff. I just feel really, really weird about something just being there for 5 years. Like a foreign object, just there. Needless to say, I got the damn birth control. I've had it for about a month now, and I had an appointment today to have it checked for placement, I guess, to make sure that it's in the right spot. So I'm here at the doctor. I have a follow-up appointment for the Mirena I had placed. So I guess let's see if it's in there right. And I told the doctor, like, I've really been sort of fearful about this the whole time, like since I got it in place. The fact that I was nervous about it in the first place, and then I go in the doctor, y'all, they done told me they can't find the strings. The strings! The strings, I guess, that hang there so that you can have it removed when it's time. She couldn't find them. You can't find them? And so as I'm sitting in the doctor, I'm thinking about some of the videos that I watched. So I didn't go read a ton of stuff on the internet about, okay, I'm lying. I did. I read a ton of stuff on the internet about Mirena, and I felt like I didn't want to just read a bunch of stuff in a forum, even though I really like reading forums, because I think that other people's experiences are kind of like what we crave when we're looking for a review of something. Like, I'd rather take it from a person who's been through it sometimes. And I know that really with like medical stuff, maybe that isn't the best thing to do, but that guy couldn't tell me that this Mirena wasn't gonna put a shit ton of pimples all over my face, or that I wasn't gonna get an infection, or dude, you're not a woman. So I'd like to talk to somebody that actually has this thing in them and has had their experience. And I understand that their experience doesn't have to be my experience. Got it. However, at this point, I have to make another appointment to have an ultrasound done so that they can just double check and make sure that the thing is in place, since she couldn't find the strings. I'm not sure if the strings were an indicator of the fact that it's in place or not. I got on YouTube and I was watching, and apparently there's a ton of videos out there on people sharing their experience with Mirena. Some people who've just gotten it, and some people who have had it for the whole 5 years, and some people who are on their second and third cycles of this particular type of birth control. So with that being said, I'm a little annoyed at the fact that they couldn't find the strings, and that I now have to make another appointment to go somewhere else to get an ultrasound just to make sure that it is where it's supposed to be. But I also wanted to say, before I end this extremely long conversation that I didn't want to be this long, that, you know, our thoughts create our things, and we are constantly manifesting. And I know that I've just, you know, I've only made a couple of little videos about manifestation, but I believe wholeheartedly in the fact that we are constantly creating. And I think that being so worked up about this birth control and all of the negative things that could happen with it, here we go, like case in point, right? And for me, I feel like at some point I decided to say, you know what, I'm not gonna read anything else on the internet about it. I'm not gonna look for anything else about it, and I'm gonna give it a fair shot and observe, you know, my symptoms or anything that I might be going through or that might be happening over the course of the time that I am on it. And aside from feeling like a complete hypochondriac, and every time something happens to me, I'm like, is it that Mirena? You know, so far everything seems good, but it has only been a month. What I will say is that I broke out really bad down here around my jawline, which I know is hormonal acne. And one thing I want to do is go and see like a hormone specialist, or have like my hormone levels tested and stuff, because I think I probably do have an imbalance. Again, it's probably a whole nother video, but I feel like, why is there so much hormonal imbalance going on in the world? Like, is it the food? Where you like, what is causing so many people to have the same type of issue? These are the ridiculously deep thoughts that I have when I'm by myself and when I'm cleaning. So anyways, needless to say, I'm a little disappointed. But if you like have ever used the Mirena or an IUD period, I mean, well, specifically the Mirena, I know they have those copper IUDs and there's like several different kinds, but if you've ever used Mirena specifically or have it right now and you love it, please, 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 please take like 4 seconds to comment below. Like, even if you just drop like a freaking emoji in the comment section, like I need to just hear somebody say that you love it. Like, somebody out there has gotta love it, right? Somebody out there didn't gain like 50 pounds in a year. Somebody out there didn't turn into like a, you know, okay. Anyways, I'm hungry, so let's make lunch. shared on my Instagram stories about my situation here with this Mirena and how my strings are missing randomly somehow. I've gotten quite a bit of comments from people with a bunch of mixed stuff to say. Everybody basically kind of just has mixed reviews. So I think this is something that I'll come back to again, and really just so that the next girl or woman or lady or chick or whatever that does what I did and go on YouTube to find a relatable story to her Mirena experience, I will have my experience there. I mean, that's what I'm on YouTube for, right? To share my life and the experiences that go along with it. So sorry if all of that was TMI, but I am a woman, and according to my Google Analytics, most of you that watch this channel are women, and I mean, birth control is just one of those things that is a part of our lives for a lot of us. So yeah.
Damn. Love and lust. Damn. All of us.